I'm going to work, so let's get to it. Get that money, because these bills don't pay themselves. And I kind of wanted to talk actually about work. There's this sad state of affairs where you cannot let coworkers know that you are conservative. The truth is, liberals, as much as they proclaim to be intolerant or tolerant, they're actually not very tolerant at all. What they do is they virtue signal on specific issues to come across as being tolerant. But in reality, when they are opposed by a different opinion politically, they become very hostile. And that's not tolerance at all. Tolerance is being able to put up with someone else's opinion or the things they do and not be disruptive about it. The chances of someone being outcasts and exiled socially for being a conservative is quite high amidst a liberal group of people. And this applies everywhere. We've heard for years now about families gathering for Thanksgiving and talking about political issues, and now they don't talk anymore for people. And this applies everywhere. We've heard for years now about families gathering for Thanksgiving and talking about political issues, and now they don't talk anymore. And think about this for a second. This is family, right? People that you have spent years of your life with, a good amount of time with, a very good amount of time. You've come to know them, you've come to love them, and you would think that having a political difference wouldn't mean the end of a friendship, of a family, but it actually happens. And the funny thing about it is that it's not conservatives that are ending these relationships. It's liberals. It's people on the left who cannot tolerate the group of tolerance, the party of tolerance, cannot tolerate someone having a different opinion politically right now in this environment. Being different from the political party that they are in right now, that is the Democrat Party, means that you are on the other side. You're on the right. You're red, not blue. And right now, Trump is president. And so because of, I'm just going to say it for lack of a better word at the moment, Trump derangement syndrome is there's real weight to that term, as funny as it sounds. And so people on the left really are not as tolerant as they claim to be. They really aren't. And so I mentioned this beforehand because I'm going to work. I get along with everybody at work very, very well. Not saying that I have to, but I do. I've definitely dealt with hostility in work environments before, a lot of times. Like, trust me, some seriously hostile stuff. And this is not the case for my current place of employment. But the moment I announce that I'm a conservative, based on what people have said there, there's this assumption that people are liberal in the workplace. Like, every liberal, just about, not all, but most, assume that you are a conservative that you're a liberal unless you say so. They talk about political issues as if it's agreed upon by everybody at work, without a discussion, without any direct knowledge that the people you work with are conservative, that they might not think the way you do. We hear this all the time. People at work, they start tripping. Family members start tripping. Liberals on the internet, on social media websites. People get on there and say, if you voted for Donald Trump, delete me from your friends list. And that's really childish. Like, it's the opposite of mature. And so that's not really tolerance at all. It's the exact opposite. You don't hear of conservatives saying, if you voted for Hillary, get off my friends list. You don't hear that. You don't hear conservatives find out that someone's liberal and say, never speak to me again. You don't hear conservatives with their family saying, you know, I can't talk to you anymore because you voted for Hillary. I can't believe you. I can't believe you did that. You don't hear that. You know, some people on the left do have some decency within them still, but unfortunately, the vast majority of people on the left that are open, you know, about how they feel, they are in fact like that. There's this degree of self-righteousness that actually that kind of comes about when it comes to liberals and what they think of people on the right. You know, everyone's a racist, everyone's intolerant, they don't care for people, they don't love people, all this stuff. And so it's especially sad when long established relationships are basically destroyed because of a political choice. And that's really sad. I mean, that's a real shame. Now, the person you've come to know for a very long time, that you've enjoyed being around, right? Because they differ politically, they are no longer able to be a part of your life. In spite of all the rhetoric and virtue signaling about being tolerant people, you know, we are for people, you know, we are for people who are different. We are for the minority, blah, blah, blah. They really aren't. It's just political talking points for many people, especially people in office. You know, they will say whatever they need to say in order to attain political power, in spite of having a completely different opinion merely years ago. Obama was very, very for borders and security of the country, you know, and people forget that. They do. They just completely forget that. And so anyway, I just wanted to talk about that for a little bit. It's just a real shame, you know, like that's a real shame. And I'm not afraid. Let me make that clear. I am not afraid at all of disclosing my political position at all. Like, I'm simply not. If I was afraid of what people thought about me, I would not be who I am today. I'd be a very different person. But the sad reality is that people cannot, a lot of people on the left simply cannot handle that. It triggers them, you know. They flip out. They become instantly hostile. And that's really sad. So anyway, that is something I wanted to talk about. If you guys like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, give it a thumbs down. Let me know what y'all think about this issue, because it's pretty sad. See y'all in the next one.